Hello friends of the Animal Crossing community, welcome back to another fantastic design video. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Danny and I have been uploading a lot of Animal Crossing design tips and tricks, and I would love to have you as a part of our community, so please give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Right now, we are going to be touring the new area of my island. I told you guys to leave me a comment on what you thought I was going to be putting in this one area, and I am happy to reveal to you that some of you were correct. We made a little community farm-like area. It is around the side here, and we will go check it out. And so I wanted to go ahead and tell you all about this design area and how you can do this. And it was pretty simple. So here's the thing. You all know that I've been using this little rock pattern and these doilies and all of my other designs. As you saw as I just ran through, I have them all over. So I will have these in the description box if you want them. However, with that being said, the actual design idea of this, if you take away the doilies and the rocks, have no additional custom design slots, because all of us know ain't nobody got more design slots. We just don't. Let's be honest. 100% real. We don't have the space for more design spots. So although you can download farm designs if you have the spots for them, I went ahead and I made this entirely without custom designs, and that's really fitting for those of us that already have too many design spots taken up, but it's also really good for those of us who don't have Nintendo Online and cannot download any external designs. So essentially for this, the way that I've done this with the dirt path is that if you make the dirt path with the dark dirt path and the light dirt path, they won't connect together. So for example, up here, it's just one big square of the dark dirt path. But if you go into your design editor and you do the dirt paths, or you can even do the sand if you want, and I'll show you some techniques with that in a little bit. But if you go here and you do the dirt paths like so, you just put them in a line. Now here's the thing though, if you do another one, it'll just connect together and make one big area just like that. So what you want to do is you want to change and alternate your lines. And Cheddar, you are not moving out of this town. Go back to your house. I will lock you in there. You're not leaving. Go away. Go away. Go away. No. Nope. See it? You're in my spot. Come on. I'm trying to do a tutorial here. Goodness gracious. So, with this being said, and always having somebody in my spot, almost without fail, there's always somebody in my spot, and always a balloon that will go by in my videos. Well, here's a prime example of what I'm trying to do. Not that you can see it because Cheddar is just being a jerk right now. You know what? Maybe I do want you to move out of my island. Get out of here. So, you will just alternate your patterns like so, and that way you get all of the separated lines for your dirt, and that is how you make it look like that. Now, like I said, you can also download digital designs if you want it to look a little bit more, I don't know, I don't necessarily want to say authentic, but you know, just like a plowed field or something, you can do that as well. You can also download ones that have plants growing in them and certain things like that. But I wanted to keep this fairly simple and easy for all of us that have no design spots left, like myself. So that is what I've done. Now I kind of alternated them, so you can see there's 3 here, and then down here there's 2, and over here there's 3. That way they're just kind of offset a little bit. And then I also have 2 longer lines of them over here. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can set this up to look like a farm. I guess I'll start over here. So this is the hay bale or bed. You can lay in it, and you can change the colors of it. So right now I just have it set as the kind of yellowish one, but you can change the color if you want it to look more lively. But I decided to do this because it looks a little bit more like an actual farm that way. And then on these two dirt paths, this is the cocoa tree, which I thought was really cool because the cocoa tree is in a dirt bag. So let's just zoom in here a little bit. This is in the dirt bag, as you can see, and that is kind of what it looks like when you go to a farm and you're kind of buying trees. I don't know if anybody's ever bought a tree before, but I've gone to a couple of nurseries and they either have them in big flower pots or they have them in these dirt bags like this. And so that to me made it look like it was just, I don't know, a little bit more like it's actually on a farm than sitting in somebody's house. Now, these plants that I'm running through right here, these are coconut trees, and the fun thing is not only do they wiggle when you run over them, which I've never noticed before, that's kind of slightly disturbing. Anyway, they will not grow on a dirt path, like so. So you can plant these here and they are going to stay like this. They will stunt their growth. They will not grow until you move them into sand. So you can go ahead and plant those there and you'll have these little sprouts that are realistic versus doing one where you download the design and then you don't have them like moving and looking super realistic like that. Now, if we go over to the side a little bit, these are my blue roses. I love my blue roses, and all I did was I just picked them and then I said to display them, place item, just like this, and they kind of show up in a little potted plant like that. And yeah, I mean, you would never really see that on a farm, like, I don't know, but I think it looks really cool. And I like my blue roses, so I'm going to display my blue roses. Now, the other thing is that I also have a hand cart here. This will show up in Nook's shop. Did I say that the hay bale down here was a DIY? I can't remember if I said that. It is a DIY. The hand cart and the cocoa trees are something that will show up in the shop. The blue roses are something you have to work ridiculously hard to get, so either buy them online or follow the tutorial that I put up to get those. And then I have this little scarecrow, which is also a DIY, and this pot that is a DIY. Now, down here, you will see the, whatever these plants are called. Honestly, I don't even know if I have them here. If I have an extra one. These are, it starts with an A, Anthurium plant. That's, I'm just going to say that. So I have put those here. Now the other thing is that I put them here and then I've rotated some of them so that they're not all facing the same direction, basically, because who in their right mind goes and plants something and then all of their plants are 100% identical? So I kind of moved them around so that they're all facing different directions. I thought it made it look a little bit more realistic. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. And oh, these are also something that shows up in Nook's shop, so keep an eye out for those. Over here we have the mum cushions. I cannot make these mum cushions. These are a DIY. I have been trying so hard to get the DIY for them. I couldn't find it, but I have a friend who was able to do it. It takes, I believe, 3 yellow mums and 10 weeds to make them. So we made a couple of these, and you can have them be red, this yellow color, or I believe I dropped one down here that was white right here. So if you want a white one, you can do that as well, and it looks like this. I decided to keep them yellow. Every time I've seen somebody do a farm with these, they have made them white, and I decided to keep them yellow because it just added a little bit more color. I don't know that when they're yellow they actually represent anything that I would see in real life. Maybe they do, I'm not sure. But I decided to keep them yellow. I thought it just looked a little bit better like that. It kind of matched a little bit better. Added a pop of color. And yeah, there's that. This then that I have over here, these are the moss balls. These also show up in Nook's shop, so keep an eye out for those if you want them. I have a lot of questions back here. Lots and lots and lots and lots of questions about this box. Now you can get these boxes in just about any fruit, I believe. I only have the cherries. I've never seen one in my shop, but they do show up in your shop in Nook's Cranny, and yeah, that's kind of it. You can just wait for them to show up in the shop, and I had a friend that was able to send me that, so I just put it right by my cherry tree. It kind of looks like we've picked the cherries. And then we've got this lovely well over here, or water spout. This is a DIY as well. Another thing that I've been asked a lot about are these watermelons. These are actually beach balls. Now, I've had a lot of people ask if you can get the beach ball and change these through customization, and you cannot. So even if you have a regular beach ball, you can't customize it like some of the items you can buy at Nook's shop. This is not a DIY. It is an actual item in Nook's Cranny, and you just have to wait for it to show up, unfortunately. So there is that as well. Back here you have that barrel, and that is a DIY. And the beehive is also a DIY. I really like the beehive. There's a lot of farms in my area that have beehives, and so I wanted to add it. And then over here we have a paper lantern. It looks really cool at night, so I don't know. I really like the paper lantern. It's one of my favorites. And the birdhouse that I have back here is also a DIY. And the country fence, also a DIY. And I think there's another paper lantern. I think that's it. I think that's all I've got in here. It's a lot. It's a lot packed in one area, and that's what's so good about this. Just look at it for a second and just see how many items are packed into this tiny, tiny, tiny little area. If you are really struggling to get 5 stars, I suggest doing something like this, because you get so many items organized nicely into a really small area, and that is really going to help the rating. The other thing is I planted all of the trees around the outside of this to make it feel a little bit more like a farm, and then it's also kind of like an orchard. So I do have all of the different fruits out here, and it's not in a traditional orchard where it's just lined up, but they are all here and they all have a spot. So I really, really like that. But this is essentially my little community garden area. I am so in love with this. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I don't know what you all think about this, but let me know. I would definitely be curious to know your thoughts. Do you have a community garden in your area, on your island, anywhere? And if you do, let me know. And also, if you plan on making one, let me know. Now, there's one more thing I want to touch in this. If you've made it this far into the video, I have a little area over here. See this area right here? Oh, there's my balloon. Told you, I always have that random balloon floating through my videos, and I never have a boomerang. Every single time. Anyway, let's go over here. I have this area right here. It's just kind of an open area with nothing in it. I don't know what I want to put here yet. So, leave me a comment down below. What should I put in this area? And if I decide to use any of your ideas, I will give you a shout out if I use your idea for this area. I don't know what I want to put here. It is by the water, but at the same time, I just don't know. I don't know what I want to put here. So let me know. If you can think of something to put in this area, leave me a comment down below. And if I select your idea, I'll give you a big shout out. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you think of it. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you all for watching. Please give the video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.